is supports that heal. And they've got two of them. They've got both the Winter Wyvern as well as the Enchantress. Supports that heal, keep the lane pretty good. Maybe you see one of these two cores in the side lanes go a little bit greedy if they don't want to pick up that regen to start off.
It's definitely always a possibility. Especially Lone Druid doesn't really need that much regen, just because of the Spirit Bond, I think it's called, where you just get healed every time the bear attacks something.
Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be, the laning phase should be not simple for LGD, but they can definitely come out on top.
It's interesting to see why he's gone straight Bracer. You've got just the Ironwood branches here for the Lone Druid, and then of course on the bear you've got the Quelling Blade and the Blightstone there. He calls the bear Setsu.
Yeah.
All right.
A name familiar to all the China fans, of course.
If you know the Chinese teams, you definitely know Setsu for sure. So maybe Setsu can do a good job here. Maybe he gets hired by LGD after if this bear does a good enough job. But on the opposite side, you've of course got Team Spirit. And right now, looking like it's going to be Ame in so much trouble. First blood going the way of Team Spirit. Maybe he won't get hired. And while the bear not doing his job at the moment, Mira gets first blood for Spirit. And they're going to look for a second. They want this Enchantress. He goes to the heal. But they won't chase and commit onto Y. He's got Nature's Attendance first with the Bracer first item.
Yeah, so he's definitely looking to trade a whole lot. But yeah, Lone Druid, you're definitely pretty dependent on winning a lane early and then snowballing through that.
Arctic Burn onto the Skywrath Mage. Miposhka running away.
Slow.
Faith Beyond, he does have that Thunderclap available with these right clicks going in. Miposhka is low, but now the turnaround's on his Xingqiu. They've got Yatoro ready to go, but they just don't have the damage. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mira goes down to Y. So finally on the board here for LGD, and they're still looking over at Miposhka. It's Xingqiu who gets the kill with a Splinter Blast. And across the map, they even the score. It's still a 1K lead.
It's no joke.
Yeah, no joke right now. A lot of consumable gold being spent.
Y in trouble.
Y between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to get away with this Enchantress, but there's the rebound, and with that, the dunk follows up. They've gotten the kill on a Y. They're trying to get a kill here onto the Luna. Down low with the Arctic Burn, but Xingqiu, he'll eat the Arcane Bolt and survive. Now crawling from the sky. Trying to make his way out, and so is Faith Beyond. Splinter Blast again. Yatoro needs to be careful about his positioning.
Yeah, they're playing on the edge. And usually when you're playing on the edge, the long-range nukers are the ones that will come out ahead, which in this case are Team Spirit. So you have to be super, super careful.
Miposhka's ready with Mangoes. He's got the mana regen. Oh, Faith Beyond!
He's dead.
Oh, dear. Miposhka's got him, and Xingqiu might just be next on the list. He's trying to get a kill here onto the Luna. The right-click damage isn't going to be enough, and it's a double kill for Miposhka, and he is just 14 kills in 7 minutes.
It's a lot of kills.
Something Chinese Dota only farms, but apparently both these teams, when they collide, they kill.
I also love how both of these teams evolved. Toronto took the pink top, and so is the Skywrath, but I think they're sniffing it out.
They've got
maybe not,
there,
careful.
So they saw nothing to say, and then they see him, of course, come across with a swashbuckle. Toronto Tokyo hasn't shown himself. Faith Beyond does have the Primal Split if he wants to make a go at this. They go to the Shield Crash. They've got the Ancient Seal. Y in behind him, trying to help out. A Remnant away and nothing to say will survive, leaving them without words to fill in the gaps here for Team Spirit.
Again, he has the true form though. Yeah, there's no way he can initiate on that.
Collapse with that kill on his Xingqiu. Nothing to say, getting low. Swashbuckles, Rolling Thunder. He'll try to get on him, but the slide is in. Toronto Tokyo clears out the Pangolier.
And Y is next.
Y hiding behind the trees, but that's not going to work. He's got the silence, but the seal is in, and they'll put an expiration date on the life of this Enchantress. Still, though, the rebound and speeding up Miposhka, but not speeding him up enough.
Mira might be dead too, for instance.
Can't go in and get that kill on a one, but he's looking for a second. One shot away, double kill for Faith Beyond. They've got Yatoro nearby. He doesn't have an Eclipse, but he does have a Lucid Beam to help. Here comes the bear. Ame hitting on a Toronto Tokyo. They're going to heal the creep, so the tower will be tanked by that creep. They wanted to dive the tower, and the way they were going to do so without taking aggro was healing that creep, and, well, they don't. He's trying to roll, but there's the disposal. Unleashed. They've got the ulti coming out from Collapse. Nothing to say needs to be careful as a Toronto
to be
Tokyo
careful.
Ember is coming in. Collapse getting low. Does he have the help from Toronto Tokyo? No, he's focusing his attention on the Zinkyu at the moment. And now Collapse trying to walk away, but they've got the damage coming out from this Swashbuckle. They've got themselves one. They've got themselves two. Toronto Tokyo doesn't have the damage to get this Winter Wyvern just yet. He'll slight once again, but it's still not it.
Yeah, and Shield keeping him alive as well.
He wants it. He wants to go for somebody. He's staying close. Toronto Tokyo, how long are you willing to stay?
He has a safety remnant out, so he should be fine at a moment's notice. He's taking a lot of damage. They're going to be a bit careful. Who's Zinkyu? Fly away, my friend.
Rolling Thunder, they don't have a blink.
Maposhka.
They do have the Diffusal. If they want to use it to slow him down, that's going to be used on Maposhka. Trying to get the kill onto the Skywrath Mage, and it's a great sidestep. Toronto Tokyo focusing his attention on his Zinkyu to try and get a kill onto the Winter Wyvern, but there's the disarm, Searing Chains, Shield Crash. Toronto Tokyo, Sleight of Fist once again, he'll remedy away, and with 17 health, they'll survive on the bottom lane. They're going to go for the Brewmaster. They've got the silence, but they don't have the damage. Oh, again, Mystic Flare, but nothing to say. Gets the kill on Maposhka. He's on a killing spree. It's fights across the map that only end up in one kill.
They're looking for Faith Beyond again, too. They have the Orchid.
Jump on him.
Nice.
Primal Split. Mira is in trouble onto the tier 2 tower. Collapse. He's just going to let this Marcy
rebound
for
in 5.
themselves. They've got the rebound in 5, 4, 3. I don't know if that's going to be in time.
And
trying to make the time, but there's the stun. There's the root. There's the kill. And it's Faith Beyond who is unstoppable.
Zinkyu's looking to get a good cursor, potentially.
Potentially has that opportunity. The Rolling Thunder coming in. And they're going to rebound, try and jump, try and find an escape.
The two supports on trouble.
Arctic Burn and Toronto Tokyo, he's staying. Mira's here too. Searing Chains onto the bear. They'll look over. Mira, ooh, nothing to say. He's the one who's in trouble, taking a lot of damage. The Lucent Beam, there's the kill. And they're going to go in for more. They've got the BKBB pop by Toronto Tokyo. They'll jump away with Mira. Up into the air, Cyclone to Izuyataro. The bear hitting away, but he's got the remnants to try and leave.
Oh, nice curse.
Winter's Curse is in onto the Viper. It's locked down. 3 of these heroes, Toronto Tokyo as well as Mira, trying to run. They've got themselves to dispose onto the bear as well as the Mystic Flare. It's out on Ame. They get the kill to Collapse. The Eclipse is dropped down, but the stuns aren't hurting enough. They've got the kill onto Yataro. Faith Beyond with a double kill, and now they look over Toronto Tokyo. He's slowed up, stunned off, killed off, triple kill. Faith Beyond is godlike, and LGD, it's very hard to contest this, and you've almost got Brewmaster with both charges ready on the Primal Split.
This is LGD's for the taking. There's not much you can do about it. You can't really fight into the curse or the Brewmaster splits right now.
They're going to try. Toronto Tokyo comes in with a Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. Mystic Flare is down. They've got the Enchantress, but they're not going to get the Aegis. Roche is for the side of LGD. Toronto Tokyo tries to go in. They've got the Aegis on Ame. BKB, all the bashes, and now he's trying to run with the Remnant. The Sleight of Fist again. Remnant, Winter's Curse. They've got the control. Do they have the kill with the Rolling Thunder? They certainly do. Ame taking out the Ember, who is continuing to struggle. Put it on and be across the river going after these heroes. And they have found Mira, but the blink away. Quick fingers for the Marcy. Maposhka nearby too. Rebound, some movement speed on the run. Fade Grenade is in. And they're going to go to the Primal Split. There's a Remnant in the trees. Maybe if they go too deep, there's 4 spirits to deal with now, so that's not great. Maposhka certainly dead already, and it'll be Gem on the ground for them to pick up. Oh,
Mira picked it up.
Again. Oh, Mira got it.
But he's slowed up as well.
Now he's in trouble. Collapse trying to fight, trying to take out the bear, but that back to form is Faith Beyond.
Nice
Winter's Curse, now it locks up Collapse. They still send out these couriers, and mid-tower looking like it's going to drop, and it falls. These 2 heroes that are left on Spirit of the Luna as well as the Ember are trying to farm and have some semblance of a defense, but they have nothing so far, and they have lost their melee racks over mid.
Remember when we complained about tiny building damage? Well, that is even more ridiculous.
They're basically ratted out the entire team.
For like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Quite a sight to watch, and well, the sight right now is set on finishing this game for LGD. They're going to try and make a go up 16K. They're waiting just in case anybody goes out a little bit too far, strays too far from home. They'll jump in and well, immediately take them out, and there they go.
4 splits.
4
That's
split.
the first
They've
one.
got the play going
Tower down.
To try and take the tower. It's already gone. Over to the side as Collapse. He's got to make something happen. He's throwing right clicks in onto Ame, but it's not doing any damage. The
Collapse getting shredded.
Well, it's a Rolling Thunder. They get the Kona Beer. They look for the Eclipse, but the damage, it's just not there. Toronto Tokyo with the BKB. They've got themselves the Cold Embrace. It's out into Y.
Megas.
He's healing up. It's it's certainly going to be the entire base that is gone. And what can you do if you're the side of Team Spirit? 34 minutes into the game, you're up against Mega Creeps, and you are fighting on your heels. For Yatoro, well, the Cat's fighting on all 4 heels. They're trying to make it happen, but they just can't.
Insta split on
There's the refresher, there's the split. And the Cyclone onto Yatoro.
They can't even defend.
LGD, they're making them watch as they take their base. Spirit, they need to fight, but they can't. They're not allowed to. The Ancient is exposed. The throne is going to go down. LGD looking like they're going to get themselves game 1. Mira drops again for 75
They're all alive to
seconds.
just losing.
They just cannot defend. LGD will take game number 1 here over Team Spirit in this grand final.
It's basically like an AC walking around passively. It's very strong, don't get me wrong, especially against a physical damage land like this, but will it be enough? We'll see. We'll see.
We'll have to see. We saw, obviously, the Viper in the last game. As Team Spirit, they had a 3K lead to start it off. It felt like everything was going up Millhouse for them. Then LGD pretty much said, no, we're fighting as 5 now. You guys have to catch up. It was, what, 7 minutes into the game, 7-7. LGD had heroes, 5 heroes over mid, and they were just ready to go. So it's a wonder here if it might even just go the same way as game number 1.
Yeah. Now, the only difference here is that their 5-man isn't nearly as strong as it was in the last game. Not until Alchemist gets fat, at least. Which will take a while, you know, like good timings on the Radiance are usually like 10, 11 minutes.
Right.
And I dare say, if he does get a Radiance at minute 10 or 11, this game is going to get really difficult. So then you shut down the Alchemist as much as possible, while making sure they don't lose too many towers to this Nature's Prophet as well.
Yeah, can they do it? They've got Collapse back in the Viper. We saw Collapse was able to take advantage of the weakness there in that lane when he was able to get Ame a couple times. They got that gold from the Bear, which kind of did give them a bigger lead. That 300 gold that they were getting from the Bear multiple times. So they won't really have that available. They could still get these kills, but it won't be as much gold, of course, if they don't get the Bear, right?
Yeah.
It's a rebound in by Mira. You got Unstable Concoction, nothing really doing. And it ends up being 3 bounty runes for the side of Team Spirit and 1. Would you prefer the Maelstrom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some scalability. I even thought about potentially like a fast vessel. Oh, why? You're in trouble. He's dead.
This right-click damage certainly hurts, and they're going to ping right away that they have the ward, but it's not going to matter. It's first blood for Collapse. So back-to-back games here for Team Spirit in which they claim that first blood.
Yeah.
And the lane's looking pretty solid at the moment. The only one who's really struggling is kind of the Ember. Unstable Concoction. Ame, he's got to run. They've got the heal, but they don't have the health. It'll be a trade in which Y gets the kill. Not the worst thing in the world for him to get, but you do not want Ame dying. Like you said, if... Yep.
Couldn't really translate into anything else. Have to be a bit careful.
Avalanche out.
Miposhka, you're just dead.
Miposhka, he's gone to Xingqiu.
Just like that.
With the tiny of Xingqiu. Are able to secure that kill and even it up at 2.
Momentarily. So, a little bit of a skirmish in the mid lane, but...
They want it. They've got the Avalanche.
He's stuck here. It's a weird position.
Spot. Toss into another hit. Bounce up into the air. And nothing to say with the help of the Tiny. Is able to get a kill on the Toronto Tokyo. A little bit of revenge for this Pangolier.
I've seen it so many times where people are like, yeah, I have a little bit of a lead on you. Why? Here's a TP available, but...
Yeah, Shallow Grave too, as long as... Now maybe TP, but it's probably too late. Shallow Grave will wear off. He's got the heal, but it won't matter. Collapse now dominating as well. This Viper has 4 of the 5 kills for them. So the net worth is going to be deceiving with the more and more space that LGD gets, as it will be a lot on the Alchemist.
What a damage.
The question becomes, is it all on the Alchemist? And right now, that's really not the truth, right? We've seen Alchemist games where the other 2 cores get nothing. But the way with Faith Beyond plays this Nature's Prophet, it's certainly possible that this team gets more around the map. That being said, nothing to say. He's in trouble. He is going to survive with the Shallow Grave for now. He'll try to TP away, and he'll be fine.
Mira's in trouble now.
Mira is the one going down with the trees in front of him, but Mira turns it. They'll look over. They've got the rebound into these heroes. They get the kill on Mira. They look over at Faith Beyond. They've got themselves Ice Path on it too. They take out Faith Beyond as well as Y. They'll look for Xingqiu. Dual break. breath. The damage is out on a Tiny, but not enough. Toronto Tokyo, though, thinking about chasing and getting this +1, and the slight just isn't.
He got shut down a lot in lane.
Yeah, the top lane wasn't exactly easy or smooth sailing for him.
Yeah. Now they're just diving to get the mid tower. They need to open up the map ASAP.
Zimq, he's in. Avalanche landing on a 2. They've got the toss up into the air. They're looking for the Rolling Thunder. They've got.
He ran it back in.
Back. What? Toronto
There was a misclick.
Oh boy. I thought he got out. I think
Alchemist farming the enemy jungle very aggressively, but he knows his team is just around the corner. Relic completed now. Onto the Radiance.
Yeah, on to finishing it all up.
They're picking out the Alchemist position.
Toronto Tokyo, they're gonna go rebound. They're on the run. If they could go for Y first, maybe they catch up to Ame and get the kill there, but the Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Poison Touch, Dispose, all onto Y. He'll Shallow Grave by his time. Nobody coming here for the side of LGD just yet. They do have 2 heroes in the vicinity, but not moving in.
I dare say he could have actually TP'd. They all used their stuns already.
Minute and a half quicker than the average as well. Looking to go in and have the Rolling Thunder. They'll go after Mira, but he'll rebound away.
Slowed a lot, though.
Mira on the run. Viper Strike through onto Nothing to Say. He's got to be careful, and so does Xingqiu. They've got the Stormhammer, Avalanche on a 4, as well as the Swashbuckle landing on these heroes. They've got the Sprout, they have the control. They look over Toronto Tokyo, the rebound once again. Nothing to say, he doesn't have the Rolling Thunder. He already went in with the shield crash, but he's got the save from Y with the Shallow Grave. Swashbuckle getting Toronto Tokyo very low. They've got the Sprout with the Force Staff, which is actually the Hurricane Pike to get away. Unstable Concoction, the Stormhammer out onto Ame, but they've got the Disarm onto the Sven. They're looking maybe to get the Remnant back into the fight, but there's Faith Beyond behind them all. Goes into Toronto Tokyo. They get the Kona Mira, they've got the Ice Path onto 2, but it's not going to matter. Yatoro is gone. Mapochka, he's only going to survive for a little bit longer as they are in on this Jakiro, and it's a triple kill for Ame.
Worst case scenario. He just picked up his Radiance. They take a fight straight after. 4-0 trade. Well, not really trade. 4-0 fight, rather. Get the mid tower. The map gets opened up even more, and you're already playing against the clock.
Right.
This is worst case scenario for Spirit, and this grand final might be one of the shortest in history. Down here, though.
8,000 net worth lead. They're going to try and go.
He's getting greedy.
He does have Dazzle, though, over to the side. So with Y there, he should be fine. But now Y's the one spotted. So he'll probably just try to grave himself and run. But it does allow Ame to get out.
Yeah, which is really the important part. Alchemist is fine. He now has his BKB. With that BKB, he is pretty much unkillable. They don't have any sort of instant stun, and he's way...
Need Faith Beyond. He can TP into the fight a little bit later. Mapochka's been very greedy. He's been sitting here for a long time.
I know he's dead.
And now he is so dead.
Yeah. They're just waiting for the AC on Alchemist to really start putting up the tower pressure. Oh, Yatoro, he has his BKB, so shouldn't be able to kill him too easily.
He see Nothing to Say and wanted to go for that?
Perhaps. He's pretty tanky himself. He also has Xingqiu back up. Who doesn't have a dagger yet? He's 100 gold away. But once that's up, there's even more initiation potential.
Ame up top.
Ooh.
He's not having a horrible game, but when you get compared to the Alchemist, it's not going to look good. And maybe I might have jinxed him. He goes into the BKB. He's on the run. He'll throw the Stormhammer, go to the Godstrike, trying to fight back, going after Faith Beyond, doing the damage, and he'll get a kill out onto the Nature's
He can't be out, though.
But now they've got Y. They have Xingqiu. The supports will finish off the carry of Team Spirit. And it ends up being a trade that, yeah, you get a kill out of it, but it's probably half a second. Very balanced and very available to break through, of course. So what did Ame just get there? He's got the Basher, went the other way, thought he wanted the blink. Meanwhile, on top of Mira, he is in trouble, and he is gone to the Tiny. RC may be strong in the anime, but at this moment right now in this game, not looking too strong, not looking comparable.
Aegis runs out in 10 seconds. Maybe they can catch him off guard, but the Tiny's already there.
Yeah, Avalanche toss all the way back. They'll go to the BKB here. Got the Unstable Concoction charging up. They'll lose the Aegis, but now Yatoro's in. He's trying to make something happen, but they've got the bashes coming through on the spin. He's in so much trouble, but there's the Stormhammer as well as the Ice Path. They get the kill on the collapse. They'll look for the Rolling Thunder. They're trying to go the other way. They've got Mapochka locked up as well as the Avalanche coming out from Xingqiu. Remnant back, the Sprouts on 2, but they get out of it. Nothing to say is still committing with the Rolling Thunder. He's into the base, but now trying to leave. He's been disposed while Maposhka drops. There's nothing to follow up the damage, though, or the lockdown from Team Spirit.
They're going high ground again. They don't really have the greatest defense. All they have is a sleight of fist every 6 seconds. But the buildings are going to fall so fast.
They go in, they jump, they've got the avalanche toss again, and Mira looking like he'll fall once more. Dead for 35 seconds. LGD are just bending Spirit to their will.
Yeah.
It's all LGD in this series thus far. And they are looking for a quick finish. ZQ again, he just wants to get these kills. The BKB's been popped, they've got the site, but he's looking for the Remnant back. He's not looking to charge in, he's looking to retreat out. The Macro Pyres drop down as well as the Ice Path. They've got the lockdown on Omni, who no longer has that Aegis, but he's got a Dazzle ready to go. Dazzle is on it, Y is behind him. Shallow Grave always when he needs it. Wow. He is really reaching, looking for something. ZQ is placing down the vision. They've got the sentries in. Avalanche as well as the toss is going to be on the Sven. Yatoro on the run. Pops the BKB. They have to dispose. They go to the God Strength. ZQ in trouble, but the Shallow Grave is there once again. Yatoro, he's got to make the commitment. He's got to figure out whether or not he wants to go or leave. ZQ burning down, gets killed off by Maposhka. They're going to buy back on the Tiny. They'll look over at Ame. Ame standing his ground, going for the tier 3. They've got the Treants in. Mira with the dispose. They've stunned him up. They'll unleash. They've got the Shallow Grave once again, and Ame rips through Mira. Ame on the run with the Unstable Concoction charging, but he's got that BKB, so he is A-OK.
Yeah, well, at least they got the Tiny back.
No double damage.
Oh yeah, they have the Lucky Shot 2, of course. Even more minus armor.
They're wrapping all the way in.
Too late.
It's not going to be in time, so there's an Aegis on Ame once again. And now Spirit need to think, are we going to commit for this one? They've got the BKB already popped on Collapse. Do they come in from behind? They need to think about their commitment. They've got Faith Beyond who's in the pit. Yatoro, he's not sure what he wants to do. Faith Beyond is just going to TP out from the pit. They'll look over, there's nothing to say. He's going to pop the BKB. They'll go after the Viper. They'll get the kill on a Collapse. And it's hesitancy coming in from Team Spirit, unsure what they wanted to do once that Aegis was picked up.
Yeah, then an incredible... You have to wrap around behind, which they're trying to do right now with the smoke. If they can kill the Dazzle, there's hope. But look, he's very... well sandwiched to the left.
Mira just takes so much damage. They've got the toss back. It's out of Toronto, Tokyo. There's the Abyssal Blade to follow it up. They get the kill onto the Ember. They bought back on 2 of these heroes from behind them. Is Yatoro. They bought back on 3, but they've got the Shallow Grave. It's going to be on a Y this time. The damage is going to be enough as they've got the stun with the bashes. Yatoro can't survive. Spirit's dreams are melting as LGDs are growing. They'll go for Mira once again. They get the kill on Maposhka. He's got buyback on this Jakiro, but they're on their last legs. They're really trying to make something happen as they get the kill on nothing to say. They'll take the Pangolier. They'll also glyph up their base. 3 seconds on the Unstable Concoction, looking for somebody to throw it onto, but it will stun himself. Yatoro sprouted up, and he's not able to engage. ZQ going in with the Avalanche after the blink. He's trying to get his hands onto the Sven as well as toss him up. They've got the Sleight of Fist as well as the Searing Chains coming out from Toronto, Tokyo, but this base is going down. They've only got the mid-setter axe holding them from Mega Creeps, and LGD, they really don't need to fully commit. They are so far ahead that they can do whatever they please in this game.
They can wait for the Alk ult. They don't have to. They have a dispel with the Berserker Potion. They're just going in. Armistice is BKB as well. Nothing to be worried about at all.
Yeah, Ice Path damage out onto Ame, but again, he's got that Aegis. He won't even need to use it at the moment they go to the Shallow Grave. Ice Path is there, toss up into the air, and they will catch themselves a couple. The Remnant over to the side. Toronto, Tokyo trying to get a kill on a ZQ. He's moving over, but he's been hexed up. He's on the run. A Remnant away. ZQ taking some damage, but the Rolling Thunder comes out onto the Ember. They'll toss him up into the air. They get the kill on a Toronto, Tokyo for 90 seconds. And it's really just last hopes, last-ditch efforts here for Team Spirit. They'll move forward once again. They've got the Avalanche. Collapse is going to be disarmed, and all they can do is watch. LGD is taking their base. They've got the Hex once again, and Ame goes in on the Collapse. The Hurricane Pike is going to get him away and let him survive for a moment, but they've got Yatoro in their hands, in their grasp, and LGD, they're grasping the trophy as they will take the Series 2-0 over Team Spirit and become your champions.
Might be the fastest grand final we've ever had, to be honest. What was it, 30, 50 minutes? 45?
It was so fast from LGD. I mean, the series didn't even feel like it lasted an hour.